Hello tankers and welcome to replay analysis. In this video we have GMB from the VTB clan, and well, he sent me this replay for the giveaway. It was a pretty good replay and he had some mistakes, and this is actually, I'm gonna point them out so other people don't do them. But overall this was a pretty good game. Now already we can see that GMB has went to K0, is trying to spot here. And probably if the enemy team does push, he's gonna get some side shots. On the north part, we have an IS-8 E100 pushing in the town there, T-30 backing them up, and we can see a mouse and a VK 4502 in the field there. I don't know what they're doing. It seems like this side is clear, so probably the IS-8 and the E100 are on the north part should back off right now, because it means that most of the enemy team is on that side. Now this should have been logical because, well, they don't really have medium tanks. The enemy team, do they have any medium tanks? Nope, they only have an RU-251, and of course they're defensive here. Now GMB is pretty risky here. Now if he does get spotted here, though, to be honest, I don't think there's anyone that can spot him. We don't see the RU though. If he does get spotted here, he's gonna pop, because there are a lot of tanks, and we can see them. They already got spotted. There's a lot of tank destroyers there camping. Arty's gonna have a nice game. Now GMB is trying some shots here, but this is actually just, in my opinion, it's a little bit just damage farm. If he can take out that Arty, and he does not shoot that Arty, someone else took it out. Now he's a little bit damage farming, because in order to win the game you need to break the south part really fast here. They only have how many tanks? 2 tanks and 1 Arty there. And there's an E5 there. Now E5 can be aggressive. He can kill the Yak Tiger and the IS-8, but I think he could use the help from GMB. On the north part, the IS-8 is already dead, and we can see the E100 is in pretty big trouble there. And we can see a Yak Tiger. I don't know if you can see him, guys, at E4. I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing. And E100 is out of the game. That was a pretty good player, and he didn't really get a lot of support. Basically, if you're looking at this game, the enemy team are all bunched up together, and they're catching GMB's team one by one. Now they already killed the mouse. E5 doing a pretty good job. Now if GMB could go behind this IS-8 and start putting shots into them, that'll be great. Yak Tiger out of the game. Only the IS-8 left. And this thing is looking pretty bad. The T-30 would not hold there. He can't really hold there. That T-30 should have went into a hold down position, to be honest. Those Arties might die. And GMB gets shot from the back, from those tank destroyers. Took a shot from the SU-122-54, who was aiming here. Of course, he was pre-aimed here, waiting for that E5. GMB was not spotted, but that TD was waiting for the E5 or some shot here. So GMB just popped in his sights. Okay, now that GMB has this side clear, I'm curious what he's gonna do. That RT needs to be taken out. Now obviously if you do take the RT out, on this map is pretty open, so if you do take the RT out, you're gonna have a really big advantage. If your own RT survives, you can play defensively and play, you know, spotting, and let the RT you know, soften the targets up. But now GMB, it seems like he'll go back to his base. Now this is actually pretty easy to defend. What is he doing? This is actually pretty easy to defend here, but it seems like the enemy team already went to the 0 line. They're already in cap. Waffenträger is doing damage here. There we go. Score is 8-10. 268 in the cap. I don't know what the 268 was thinking, capping when anyway. So you don't want to cap. You don't want to cap when there's like Waffenträger and BatChat. And always know, like, most of the times it happens when the enemy team cleans up the south part, they're gonna come back to the base and defend. And if you go in the cap, they'll catch you in the cap and kill you. But right now the game is 10-10, guys. It's well, it's balanced a little bit, apart from the fact that that E5 is solo there. Oh, and he's already getting rushed by another E5. And this is not very good. Now GMB needs to help him. Waffentrigger spotted. I think Waffentrigger is shooting the E5 as well. Now this is where GMB does a mistake, guys. And of course, while the Waffentrigger was easier to, to pen, he should have been shooting these E5s. Because, well, right now he has the side of these E5s. And, well, later in the game, I don't think he's gonna get this kind of opportunity again. But the Waffentrigger is pretty easy to kill, to be honest, on this kind of open map, because while the Waffentrigger does have a pretty good view range, let's face it, it doesn't have any camo, so you can easily spot it. But what you don't want to do when you're facing a Waffentrigger is you do not want to be around corners, because your view range doesn't really matter that much when you're around corners. You'll probably proxy spot him, and that's when you're gonna get killed. So GMB right now is doing a very, very, very big mistake. Now, you do not want to go and fuck around in a town, where you can't really spot from a distance, when you know there's a Waffentrigger close to you. This is very risky, so never do that. Use your tanks. In this case, GMB has a BatChat. He should use its advantages. Like, BatChat has pretty good camo and probably good view range. And there we go, spotted the Yak Tiger. Now GMB is pretty lucky here that he's got one RT, a T92. And there we go. Oh my god, this is so unlucky. Oh, Waffentrigger, GMB needs to run away. So yeah, he spotted that Waffentrigger when that Waffentrigger was like 100 meters from GMB. You never want to go in town. You'll have nasty surprises. Of course, GMB is running away now. And we can see the E5 SU 122-54 pushing. Now this is another mistake. Why fuck around with Yak Tiger and Waffentrigger? Because they're basically useless right now, guys. Waffentrigger and Yak Tiger are useless. The whole fight is on the 0 line, and that's where GMB needs to be. It's gonna take a long time before the Yak Tiger and Waffentrigger actually reach, actually flank GMB's team. What he needs to do here is go and kill those E5s. So like I said, he should have taken those shots, those two shots that he shot after the Waffentrigger. He should have been taking them. He should have been shooting them at the E5s. And this is not good. He got spotted. We already saw the Yak Tiger in the E2 position. The Yak Tiger could come a little bit closer and start shooting GMB. And already the enemy team knows what GMB is gonna do. The tank destroyer was waiting for him, but gets a really shitty shot in the tracks. And I don't know why GMB is not getting shot here by the Yak Tiger. Should be getting shots coming in, but there's no shots coming in. E5 being aggressive here, trying to push GMB. Now if the E5 gets a decent hold down position, but he's not paying attention, guys. He already shot. He was paying attention at the Waffentrigger. And GMB is gonna... There we go. Waffentrigger kills him. The E5, guys... no, actually, the Waffentrigger E100 killed the Yak Panzer. And now the E5 can simply turn around and fight hold down versus GMB and the other Waffentrigger. GMB is gonna go around. He's not gonna go... Oh! E5 does a pretty silly mistake now. Actually, that was a good decision from the E5 to engage that Waffentrigger. And actually, that was a pretty good decision. What am I talking about? E5 killed the Waffentrigger, and now the E5 will have support from the Yak Tiger in the back. Probably the Yak Tiger E4, or maybe D5. I don't know where the Yak Tiger is, but the Yak Tiger should be in those locations there. And that E5 took a pretty good decision there. And right now, GMB is... Oh. E5 wasn't expecting that. And there we go, Yak Tiger. So that was logical that the Yak Tiger was gonna try and support its his E5. Oh, another shot here. Unfortunately for Mr. Yak Tiger, he kind of did a critical hit. He shot the tracks. BatChat has pretty fat tracks, I might say. But yeah, SU 122.54 and Yak Tiger bounced a shot on GMB. That would have been a lot of hit points. I think 1,000 would have been missing from GMB, and he should have been one shot now. But yeah, they went in the tracks. I think Waffentrigger is capping because the Yak Tiger just shot from the E4 position or D5. And he can easily take this Waffentrigger out. So as you can see, Waffentrigger has really shitty camo. And also the Waffentrigger is not spotting GMB. GMB backed off 50 meters from these bushes. And he needs to go forward and spot him again. There we go. It's amazing that the Waffentrigger was still staying in the cap when obviously there was a BatChat shooting at him. He was still standing there. If you are in the cap and you do get shot once by a BatChat, get the fuck out because he's gonna shoot the other 4 as well. Of course, GMB, I have to give it to him. He went into a very good position to shoot that Waffentrigger. And Waffentrigger seems to be coming after GMB. The problem is for that Waffentrigger, GMB will reload. I don't think that Waffentrigger will be able to kill him. Oh, he's really trying to put shots into GMB. Auto aim. Yep, really good shot with auto aim here. Waffentrigger really failed here, guys. Yeah, actually, he shouldn't have been in the cap. He should have been waiting for the Yak Tiger to come around or to, you know, come close to him. But let's see what the Yak Tiger was doing. So Yak Tiger, last time we knew about the Yak Tiger, he was somewhere at the E4 position. Let's see what he was actually doing. So GMB has 1 minute and 51 seconds to finish this game. He has only 4 heat rounds left. Yak Tiger, I think he already shot the Yak Tiger a few times. Remember when he was at A2 position shooting in E2? Now this is not very good. The Yak Tiger could be in the town or the Yak Tiger could be on the south part. We don't know. It's gonna be really... And right now GMB cannot cap. So he really needs to kill the Yak Tiger. He cannot cap any longer. He cannot cap anymore. I think you need 1 minute and 34 seconds or something like that to cap. Yeah. So going through the cap, the Yak Tiger knows where he is. And he's smiling. So yeah, guys, this will be pretty lucky if he actually finds that guy. 46 seconds. If he does find him, he needs to get close to him and start putting shots into him. It will be really unlucky if the Yak Tiger sees him from a distance and then gets hulled down or backs off somewhere. 26 seconds left, and I think this is gonna be a draw actually. Oh, there we go, Yak Tiger. Yak Tiger has a lot of hit points, to be honest. Let's see what the Yak Tiger does. If the Yak Tiger falls back behind the railroad, well, it's gonna be a draw. But he's not doing that. He's trying to shoot, and GMB needs to aim the shot. Oh my god. That was 1-0 and the game is over. The time was out. So really good game from GMB. He did some pretty silly mistakes there a little bit. I have to, you know, say there were kind of a little newbie mistakes there, but yeah, pretty good game. The team kind of failed a little bit. The friendly Yak Tiger, the mouse, the VK, I don't know what they were doing, but yeah, 41 credits profit. How much did he block? Oh, 0 damage block. Doesn't count because block by armor. You know, when they hit your tracks, it doesn't count as block by armor. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you learned something from the video. And thanks for the replay, GMB. I really liked it. bye bye, and see you on the battlefield.